Yo, so this gonna be part 3. What if Izuku and Toga were childhood couples? Yeah, let's get started. I made a video of this mud part 3. I made that mud, but that mud was just like, I don't know. It just, I don't know. Anyways, let's go. Left off with the inches and M's. So let's continue from there. Let's time skip to where Mina and Izuku Toga are at, their house. This is a couple days later, as they received it. They received the mail. It's Izuku. Izuku, he sits down as he tells them to basically, and if y'all wondering, Mina spent the night, like a couple days over there, and had her mom bring her the envelope. Izuku, he says, Mina, open yours first, and then I'll open mine last. As she says, okay, she opens it. All Might pops out, saying, I don't know her last name, but yeah, young Mina, or I'm too young Ashido, as he says, you have been selected into class 1A, and he basically just, congratulates her, all that. Same thing with Toga, as he gets sweet, Izuku, as she opens it. She's in a golden suit. As Toga says, why did his suit change? Izuku, not Izuku. All Might screams, congratulations, young Midoriya. You broke the world record, and you reached first place in the entrance exams. As Toga's like, what? That's crazy. As Mina's like, wow. As he basically just congratulates her. All Might basically just, congratulates, good job, and he'll be in class 1A. As Izuku, Mina says, well, I'm gonna get going, guys. I told my mama I was gonna come home after we opened our letters. As she says, bye Toga, bye Izu. As she hugs Toga and hugs Izu. And yeah, and now it's just Mina. Now it's just Toga and Izuku. As Toga, she looks at Izuku, as he says, what? I can feel you looking at me. As she chuckles, as she kind of like jumps on him. Not like, she kind of like jumps on him. As Izuku, he says, he says, what was that for? As Toga, she says, let's have sex, Izuku. As Izuku, he says, right now. As she blushes, saying, yeah, right now. As she bites his neck. As Izuku, he says, calm down, Toga, that kind of hurts. It's like you're more aggressive. As Toga, she blushes, saying, I know. As she says, carry me up to our room. As Izuku says, sure. Carrying Toga up. As he throws her on the bed. So he just like rips his shirt off, basically. Yeah, on some shit. As keep in mind, they've been together for like 12, since they were like little, bro. I only want to say like probably like 6th or 7th grade, and they're like in that 90s. Well, they've been together since they were little, and yeah. So I don't know by saying this shit fast. So yeah. Anyways, Izuku, he like hovers over Toga. He's like over Toga as hold on. Izuku's hovering over Toga as he says Toga. As she says, he says, "Are you sure you want to do this?" As she nods her head, saying, "I only want to do it with you. You're the only person." As Izuku, he blushes from this as he says that. As he says, "I love you, Toga." As she blushes and looks away, saying, "I love you too, Izu." As he basically like grabs her face and starts kissing her. As Toga is kissing him back basically, and you know they're just kissing and kissing. As Izuku breaks the kiss, saying enough of that. As he rips Toga's, not like rips, but like basically, you know. He kind of like just like tears. Yeah. No. Looks like she got like a sweater on. Yeah. Like bottom right or some shit. Yeah, she kind of got like a sweater on. So he takes her sweater off. As you know, you can say it's a gift from Izuku, so he doesn't want to. She tells him not to rip it, as she still wants it. As Izuku says, "That's my sweater anyway, it doesn't matter." As she blushes, saying "still." As Toga takes the sweater off and throws it on the ground. As Izuku, he like says, "You didn't have a bra on." As she says, "No, why would I?" As he blushes. He blushes as you say he just starts like squeezing and pinching her nipples while he's kissing her. As as he throws his shirt on the ground, throws his pants in the ground, throws them drawers in the ground. As he picks Toga up and he basically like moves her panties to the side. As she says, "Hold on, Izuku, just go slow." And she says, "Mina told me this is gonna hurt a lot." As Izuku says, "You told Mina?" As she says, "Well, not directly, but I asked her about it, and she said it hurts." As Izuku says, "Okay." As he puts the tip in basically. As he basically just goes slow. I'm not gonna hold you. There's nothing more, nothing less. He basically just goes slow, and we gonna say like half of it's in. Yeah, like half of it's in. As she's like basically squeezing the shit out of Izuku. As her shit is leaking. Like leaking blood, bro. I would say it's not leaking, but like you get what I'm saying. But yeah, it's kind of like dripping a lot of blood. As she tells him to start moving, as she'll ease over the pain. As Izuku says, "Okay," and he basically puts all his whole dick. Wait, I shouldn't have said this. He basically just shoves all of it in there, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. As Toga screams, as Izuku just starts like, basically he grabs Toga's ass cheeks and starts moving her up and down, basically. As she's moaning a lot, like loud, but at the same time still kind of painful. As she says, "Faster, Izuku." As Izuku, she said, "Faster, Izuku." As Izuku just got thrusting faster. As hold on, I got that time manipulation. This time manipulation gonna come in handy. Anyways, I'm gonna put y'all on game right quick. Y'all boys don't think. Let me stop. Alright. Anyways, he throws Toga on the bed as he says, "Toga, I'm about to buzz." As Toga, she says, "Do it inside Izuku." As Izuku, he says, Izuku, he like, basically he says time manipulation to revert his dick, basically, to where it's not finna buzz, basically. Keeping him alert, like, keeping it real. As she says, he basically goes harder. And like, he's just like, doom, 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 doom. Like gunshot, like shotgun shell, like, dow, 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 dow. As Toga's screaming, as she says, harder, harder, harder. As her mouth is like, open. As Izuku is basically like thrusting hard as fuck. Like, be, doom, doom. Hold on. As Toga, Toga, she says, "I'm coming, fuck Izuku, I'm coming." As she screams, as she comes on Izuku's dick. This is she creams, like, common shit. She creams with Izuku's dick as, I guess it's kind of both at the same time. But, doesn't really matter. Mom yapping, my bad. Anyways, she basically comes on Izuku's dick as Izuku pulls out. As she says, "Wait, you didn't finish it. Put it back inside." As he chuckles, saying, "Calm down, Toga." As she says no, as she grabs his arm, and basically like she flips Izuku, so where like now she's straddling him. As Toga said, it's gonna stay inside. As she puts, like, she basically like rides his nigga, basically. Put it in simpler terms. As Izuku, he's like, damn. As Toga, he says, damn. As Toga, she's screaming as she says, "Fuck, it's so big, Izuku." As she like collapses on his chest. As she says, I can't, my legs gave out. As Izuku, he said, "It's fine." As he basically grabs Toga's ass cheeks and starts like basically going up and down on her shit. As she's screaming from the pleasure. As Izuku, a couple minutes later, Izuku is just like saying, talk louder, my bad. A couple minutes later, Izuku, he says, "It's coming. I'm about to come." As Toga screams inside, "Please, Izuku, give me your child." As Izuku's like, "Whoa there, buddy. I don't know what I like that kind of but anyways, she says, "Izuku, give me your child." As he basically orgasms, he basically nuts inside of her. As Yuga said, she comes again. So they basically come at the same time. As Toga, she's like, she looks at Izuku, and she said, "That was so good, Izuku." As she kisses him, As she says, don't put it back in. As she says, my legs are hurting so bad. As Izuku smiles, saying, good. That means I did a good job. As Toga, she chuckles, saying, yeah. As Izuku pulls his dick out, as basically like Toga like feels like she feels the nut basically like inside of her, as she feels it dripping out, as she says it's dripping out. Izuku, you came alive. As he says that means he says that's good, isn't it? You wanted a family, right? As she blushes, saying, yeah, we do. As she smiles, saying, I really do love you, Izuku, with all my heart. Time skip. First day of class in UA. As Izuku and Toga are walking in like 1A. Izuku, Toga, and Mina are walking into 1A. As everyone is like, hold on, bro. Let me say something. I gotta say something, get off my chest, bro. It just like stuns me how the fuck some of these niggas got into UA. I mean, in UA period. In class 1A. It just fucking stuns me. You telling me fucking Mineta, the nigga, he throws sticky balls. He got into fucking 1A throwing sticky balls. When a bitch Ibara ass, she deserves 1A. She really deserves it. Like, bro, some of them niggas in class 1B got scammed. Them niggas got scammed. 1A2, they parents probably had money. Like, bro, that shit is no, bro. It's no fucking way that some of them niggas, the bitch turned invisible. Well, I think she can shoot like lasers and shit, like reflection lasers and shit. Cause I think one episode she did do some shit like that, from like what I remember. I don't know, I ain't 100% sure, but yeah. Let me stop yapping. As they haul up Mina, let's check out the trio. The trio walks into the room as everybody's looking at Toga. As she says, everyone is like, wow, she's gorgeous. As he sees Izuku behind her. Everyone sees Izuku walking like right behind her. And they're kind of like, they're not holding hands, but yeah, they're walking like very close to each other. As Mina isn't far behind either. She's walking on the side of Izuku. As he says, are both of those girls his? No way. Nah, they don't know each other, right? As say Mineta and Diki. He says this to Mineta. As Mineta's like, well, he says this out loud, but like kind of to himself, basically. As Mineta responds saying, nah, it's no, he has both of them. He probably doesn't even know them. As Mina, we know Izuku looks at Denki. As he just he grabs Toga's hand, as he says, actually no, he doesn't grab Toga's hand. He doesn't even look at Denki either. He just goes to sit in the back of the classroom. As Toga, she sits by him basically, the desk closest to him, and so does Mina. As Denki says, they definitely know each other, bro. As wait a damn minute, is this how? Oh my god, I just discovered something. Nigga, what the fuck? My bad, hold on. He says, cause hold on, that shit is crazy. I never did that shit before. My bad. He says, izuku. He says, let's not talk. I don't want to know the teacher. As Toga says, what teacher? As he says, there's the teacher behind the desk. He's waiting on everyone to become quiet. As he sighs, as I'm still like one or two people hears this from Izuku and stop talking. As you know, surely everybody stops talking. As they just sit in silence. As Aizawa was like, okay, we have one good student at least. Someone who's actually kind of worthy. Or skilled. Yeah, he's not worthy, he says talented. Yeah, he says talented. As he gets up saying it took you guys too goddamn long to shut the fuck up. As he says, get dressed in your gym clothes and head outside. As Mina was like, wait, what about orientation? Don't we get to meet, talk to people? What about that? We're freshmen. Shouldn't we do that? As Aizawa, he says no. Not in my class. We never go to orientation. It's a waste of time. He says when you're out saving people, will you be worried about orientation? As everybody's like, this guy. As Izuku Ichaku saying, he's kind of right, Mina. We should focus on training and not trying to make new friends. As she sighs and, alright, I guess, he says. As Toga, bro, that's crazy. I never looked this shit out. As Toga and Izuku. Toga says, Izuku, carry me, please. As Ichaku saying, sure. As she's, hold on. No, never mind. Forgot she has a skirt on. I could just make a scene where like somebody tries to, but I don't want to do that. So, Toga. She says, alright, come on, guy. Come on, easy. Well, she says, come on, Mina. She says, come on, Mina, let's go get dressed. As she, like, basically, like, skips along with Mina. As, you know, Dinky walks up to Izuku as they're walking. As he says, hey, what's your name? As Izuku says, my name's Izuku. Why? As he says, I was just wondering if you were dating, if you and the blonde and the pink, were you dating both of them? Or as he says, Dinky says, Izuku, he says it doesn't matter. Well, actually, no. He says, yes, I'm dating Himiko Toga. As she says, which one is that? As he says, Himiko Toga. She has blonde hair. As he says, oh, so the pink one is free? As Izuku says, no. You won't lay a hand on her, nor talk to her. As Dinky feels his blood less of pressure. As Izuku stops time and beats the shit out of Dinky reading Izuku, yeah. And Izuku isn't that powerful enough to like stop like the whole planet. He can probably only like maximum, and like he'll have like major drawbacks or some shit. Is like he can stop like a whole I want to say he can stop like a whole city. Yeah. He can stop like a whole city. Yeah. Anyways, he says just don't talk to her, nor don't talk to Toga, or don't talk to me ever again. He says if it's hero business, then we can speak. But other than that, I don't want to be friends with any one of you. As he says, no one from the school is interesting, nor the power. They're all weak. As Michael's trying to say something. As he relived the past real quick. As he's like, damn, this nigga did beat my ass in like 2.5 seconds. I'm good off that. As Todoroki though. Actually, no, Todoroki. Let's see Todoroki. Yeah. No. Kirishima. He says, hey, bro, what makes you think you're stronger than all of us? As he says, simply because I am. As he says, my quirk is time manipulation. All you have to do is think about stopping time. And as he stops time and walks by Kirishima, as he reverts back to time, like to resumes time, as Kirishima's listening, and he says, what the as Izuku says, and I'm already behind you, as he walks past Kirishima saying, and that's why I'm the strongest. No one here can beat me. Not even All Might. As he grins, saying, iron. He says, I'm gonna be the number one hero. As Kirishima's like, that isn't manly, bro. As Izuku says, yeah, who cares? Time skip. And the people see with banana doesn't happen. The peeping scene on Banana doesn't happen because like Izuku, his blood pressure, like after seeing like what the stopping time and shit, Banana just doesn't do it because that's not on his mind at that point. He's just like, who the fuck is this guy or some shit. As Izuku, how much time is it? 20, like 45. Izuku, he walks out. Him and Toga are the first ones to walk out. As Aizawa is nowhere to be seen. So they're out like, it's kind of like, okay, it's different from in the anime. And this one is kind of like bleachers. It's like bleachers and like the field, basically. As Toga, she says, Izuku, let's go to the bleachers. As he says, sure. As, they walk over there and sit down. As she leans her head on his shoulder. Actually, no. She says, hey. As he says, yeah, what is it? As he says, I overheard. Well, I didn't overhear, but someone had told me that you were being mean to the new guys here. As he says, what do you mean? We're all new. As she says, you know what I mean, as she puts her head, she puts his head on her lap, as she kind of like twigs his hair. And she says, you have to be nice to people, Izu. Like me, even though I was laughed at and things like that, I'm still nice. And she chuckles. As Izuku gets his head up and kisses her, saying, okay, Toga. As he says, God, you're gorgeous. Man, I see why I fell in love with you. As she blushes, saying, she blushes as she kisses him again, and they're kind of like making out basically. As he would say, Aizawa shows up. Actually, no, Ida. Yeah, Ida shows up in that bitch. As he says, fellow students, this is very inappropriate. As Izuku's like startled, as he's like spooked, and he's like, what the fuck? As he says, oh, you're right, I apologize. As he says, but that gives you no goddamn right to interrupt. As Toga hits him, as she says, be nice, Izuku. As she says, oh my god, nigga, I know exactly what I'm fit to do. She says, oh my god, the plot would be crazy. Holy shit. Oh my god, I don't know what the fuck this bitch never crossed my head, but I'm gonna put this in way more of my videos. The NT athlete bar. Ida is going to get NTR, right? It has to happen. She says, oh my god, hell yeah. Oh yeah, I'm happy now. Let's go. Alright, man, that's 14%. Should be straight. She says, hello, my name is Timiko Toga. What about you? As Izuku, he's like, as he says, my name is Tenya Ida. And that was very inappropriate of you guys. As she says, yeah, I know. But sometimes, you know, when you're in a relationship and you love someone very much, you really can't help it. As she says, right, Izu? As he says, yeah. As he hugs her. I mean, she hugs him, saying, actually, no. As they're about to talk more, Aizawa pops up, saying, everyone, get your lazy asses from those bleachers and come over here. As they run over there. As Ida says, fuck, I should never made them kiss there. He was gonna get into your heart. Fuck. But still don't matter, he still gonna fall. Anyways, he says, was that your boyfriend? As Toga's like, this guy gots to be a fucking idiot. As Izuku says, no, we're just childhood friends who just like kissing each other. But we should stop that kissing, Toga. As Toga's like, why the hell did he just deny our relationship? As she says, no, we are. As Izuku stops every time around him. He stops all the time around him besides Toga. As he says, Toga. As she says, why'd you just deny our relationship, Izuku? As he says, just try to follow along with my plan, okay? I want to give him special treatment. As he smiles. As she says, what are you planning, Izu? As he says, I want him to fall in love with you. And I want to shatter his dreams. Bro, this is becoming dark, bro. This nigga supposed to be a hero. Who cares? I gotta add this shit. As she says, what do you mean? Why would I want him to fall in love with me? I love you, Izuku. Not as he kisses her, saying, damn, Toga, just listen. As he says, okay. The guy is a total idiot. just look at him. As he says, I'm pretty sure he will get flustered over something small. Over some cleavage or something like that. As Toga says, you get flustered too, Izu. As he blushes, saying, not the point. As he says, but listen, let's, as he whispers in her ear, saying, let's have fun in front of him and shatter his love for you. As she says, that isn't very hero-like, Izuku. As he says, but come on, you'll love it. He'll love it. As Toga says, what am I gonna gain from this, Izuku? As she says, Izuku says, no. She says, what am I gonna gain from this? This is something you desire. I don't want this. As Izuku says, well, you said you wanted 2 kids, but I only want 1. As she looks at him saying, you give me 2. As he says, however many you want him to go. As she smiles, as she jumps on him, saying, let's have a baby right now. As he says, calm down. He says, calm down, Toga. We just calm down, Himiko. As she says, but you said you were to give me a baby, and you stopped time, so it's fine. As she says, we only just did it yesterday. As he says, we did it a couple days ago. Are you already back horny? As she nods her head, yeah. As she says, fine. After he says, well, we can have sex one more time, but after that, the plan is going to start. As he says, we can't kiss anymore for 2 months. He says a month. As I'm pretty sure he's going to fall for you quickly, just keeping the cherry blossom you are. As he kisses her, like he holds her cheeks and kisses her. As, not her ass cheeks, her cheeks. As she says, I'll do it, okay? I just want my babies. As she smiles. As Izuku says, our babies. That shit was cringy as fuck. Anyways, what the fuck? Our babies. Yeah. My bad. Ignore that cringy ass shit that I just fucking said. Izuku, he picks Toga up bridal style. As he says, let's leave these peasants here. As Toga says, let's just do it here. As he says, what? Here. And she nods her head, yeah. And he says, wait, how much area did you stop? As he says, the whole school. As she says, okay, we should be fine then. As she starts like unbuttoning Izuku's shirt, as she rubs on his chest saying, you're so strong, Izu. As he says, let's have him face towards us so we can, train for this shit that we about to do to this nigga, basically. As she says, sure. I'm not even gonna do this scene just because I'm trying to get to hurry up and, you know what I'm saying, man? So they just basically fuck right there. And yeah. And yeah, it's really it. As he unstops time, as Toga has like a heavy ass, like I'm talking about, like she's red basically. As Izuku's got like a slight blush on his face. As Mina, she smells like everybody smells it. Like how the fuck does it smell like hot sex? As everyone is like looking around, like, do you smell that shit? As Toga and Izuku blush. As Toga, she says, but yeah, we aren't dating. We're just friends. As Mina, she catches on to this as she chuckles. As she says, Izu. As she jumps on his back and kisses his cheek. As Toga's about to crash the fuck out. But the plan that she has to continue to stick to the plan. She wants them 2 kids. Or however many kids she wants. As Izuku, he says, hi babe. As this kind of like, this isn't like, Toga knows what she has to do. Hold on, for her, let me like, she knows that she has to just play along with this, and this is only temporary. Yeah, this is only temporary. He says, Ida says, wait, so you kissed her? As Mina says, Toga says, don't worry about it. I told you, we're just friends, and that was a habit we had when we were little, and we grew over it now. As she grabs his arm, saying, come on, let's go, pay attention. Leave these 2 lovebirds alone. As Ida's blushing, like, hard. Like, nigga never had no titties. Like, he never touched no pussy. So this nigga blushing hard as you can say, it don't matter. Oh, it really don't matter, bro. Cause like, let me stop. Hold on. Fuck. Anyways, he's like blushing like very hard. As she says, do your best out there, Ida. As she says, and I'll do mine. Maybe we can eat dinner if you score high enough. As he's like, oh my god, my fucking future wife. As he daydreams about having Toga pregnant and having a baby, like having 2 kids, one like in her stomach and one like he's holding basically. As he says, I'll be back, honey. I'm gonna do some hero work in his fantasy. As she says, okay. And she kisses him goodbye when he leaves. As Toga says, Ida. As he says, oh, I'm sorry. I was just, as he blushes, saying, never mind. As Aizawa, he says, alright, Bakugo. Or no, he says, alright, Ida, you're up for the ball throw. As he throws that bitch, she like runs in a circle and throws that. Well, he can't really do that. I count. He does not run in no goddamn circle. He's like he runs like a head start. Throw that bitch. And yeah. And you say Izuku gets first, second, and yeah. I'm gonna say, Ida wins a couple races, shit like that. Everything including speed, he wins. When Izuku could just really top stop and just, cause you think about it, Izuku is like indefinitely faster than anybody on Earth. All he has to do is stop your time, and you're fucked. Unless you just like Kid Flash, and you can just bend through that shit because you're too fast. Or some shit like that. or reverse flash. That ain't reverse flash. Is just like I'm gonna make a new series. What if Izuku had reverse flash? It's gonna be issues because that nigga got it ain't even fucking Barry Allen. That's that nigga issue shit. Nigga go rewrite every fucking timeline in that bitch. Nigga is what? Nigga is a fucking fiend to get this nigga killed, bro. Anyways, let me stop yapping. After all the tests and shit, I'll get dressed as, you know, he says, alright, you guys can go home now. Well, I'm not sure. No, he says you guys can go home now. As you know, they all go home. As Toga says, alright, bye, Ida. It was nice meeting you. By the way, you're very handsome. Can I get your contact info? As he's like, oh my god, she's falling for me. Yes. She's like, this shit is so fucking disgusting. As she is like, very well then. As he gives her the number, his number. As she says thank you. I'll be seeing you later, right? Or she says, see you tomorrow, right? As he nods, saying yeah. As she blows a kiss saying bye bye. As she says, me and Izuku, Mina, wait up. As they get inside Izuku's car and drive off. Time skip to when they get home. It was a silent ride. When they can open the door and close it, Toga says, Mina, don't ever fucking lay your lips on Izuku again or I'll fucking kill you. As Mina's like, Toga, calm down. I just seen what you guys were doing and I just wanted to. As she says, no, he's mine. He's not fucking yours to touch. As she like basically pulls Izuku like close to her and pushes Mina like away. As she grabs like Izuku's dick and she looked like she basically like dropped. Basically what she do, she dropped this nigga pants. I'm not even gonna hold you. As Izuku was like, what the fuck are you doing, Toga? As she starts like sucking his shit. As he says, you see, this is all mine, even this. As she like deep throats his shit and like hold you. As Izuku like busts on her face and shit. As Toga says, she says, even his dick is mine. And we already had sex, so don't try that. As she gets up, as she says, next time you try to do something with Izuku, I'm going to kill you. I have given you too many chances. As Izuku says, Toga. He says, Himiko Toga. As she looks at Izuku. And she says, no, I won't let her. She's gonna end up fucking you, Izuku. As Izuku chuckles, saying, if you're really worried about me cheating on you, then you have the wrong priorities. As he chuckles, saying I'm all yours, Toga. The shit we did was just to fuck with that little boy's mind. As he picks her bridal style. And he pulled it like for y'all niggas. Oh, this nigga walking around with his dick out, basically. No, use your goddamn brain. Anyways, he pick up Toga bridal style. As he says, I apologize for this, Mina. but maybe we shouldn't see each other for a while. Just so Toga can, get some space. And as Toga, she says that's fine. As Izuku gets her upstairs, as Mina says, okay, I'll be leaving then. As she doesn't leave, but Izuku basically him and Toga basically go upstairs and basically fuck their brains out basically. As Mina, she hears it. She hears the bed creaking, Toga screaming, and she hears all of it. As she says, "Fuck, you have to be so jealous. I just want Izuku. No one else. We've known him practically the same amount of time, and yet you still choose her. Fuck." As she says, "Why?" And she looks it's kind of like a mirror, and the place where they're at, it's like a mirror over I don't want to say a desk, but it's kind of like a cabinet. And she says, "Am I not beautiful? Is it because of my skin?" As they get done fucking. As they come downstairs, as Izuku has his shirt off, and Toga has Izuku's shirt on. It's Izuku's basically just in boxers, and that's really it. And Toga just has his shirt on, and nothing else on. As Toga's she's piggyback riding on Izuku. As she says she looks on the stairs basically. She sees them. As she says, "Izuku." As he says, "I thought you were leaving, Mina." As she says, "I need to tell you something." As she walks up towards him. As as Toga's hey, Mina, just leave. I already told you what was going to happen if you tried to touch him again. As Mina says, "I know, Toga, but there's no one else that gives me attention like he does." As he says, "What do you mean?" And she says, "Ever since the first day you saved me from those guys talking about my skin, I always thought you thought it was beautiful and you liked me." As he says, "Well, you're my best friend, of course." And she says, that's the problem, Izuku." As she says, "How do you think I felt when I heard you and Toga were dating?" As he says, "Happy, right?" As Toga says, "You jealous bitch." As he says, "Toga." As she says, "I know I'm jealous. There's no one who ever loved me like you did, Izuku." As Toga gets down from Izuku's back, but her legs are hurting, but she doesn't care. She says, "Hey, bag the fuck up, Izuku's mine." As she pulls out a knife. As Izuku says, "Toga," as he grabs her hand and pins her to the wall, making her drop the knife. As she says, she's practically family. We don't don't threaten her like that, basically. As he says, Mina, from what I'm understanding, you love me as well. As she nods her head, saying, yeah. Ever since we were little, since middle school. As he says, I apologize for this, Mina, but I can't reciprocate your feelings. I'm in a relationship with Toga, and as she says, Mina says, I know that, but why can't you just have us both? As Izuku says, cause the nigga telling a story don't want to give me two pussies to fuck at one time. As Mina says, what do you mean? As Toga says, the story wasn't written for you. It was written for me. I'm supposed to fuck Izuku, not you. As Izuku says, no, that was a joke though, Toga. But my heart is only big enough for one person, and that's Himiko. As he says, I've known her my whole life since we were babies, practically. We walked together, took our first steps together. We made love together. As Mina cries, saying, why? Why does it have to be you? I fucking hate you. As she runs away. As Izuku just sits there, kind of like heartbroken that his best friend just like hates his girlfriend, basically. Fuck, that hurt my heart to do that. Bad job there. But I'm gonna end that episode off right there. I think that's good timing. And I'll catch y'all boys in another video.